Is that one of those games where on Monday you flush it, or how do you approach it when you come back to the building on a day like today?
Yeah, Monday you flush it around 5 p.m., but up until then it's just about watching the tape, learning from it, figuring out what we need to do better individually, collectively. That's kind of what Monday's about.
Some of the guys have said that they like for a loss where you know where you go into. Obviously, you're playing the entire week to win, but they let it sting a little bit, and then at that moment, at 5 o'clock, they let it flush. Do you try to let it sting so that you could really feel it, or?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to feel it regardless if you're a competitor. You lose by 50, you lose by 1, you're going to feel it. For me, it takes usually the whole day of Monday. I watch the film a few more times on my own and just flush it hopefully by tomorrow morning.
After watching the film, what did it look like was making it so tough for the offense to just kind of get going after that first drive?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to execution. I feel like that's the answer you're going to get from everybody because that's the most honest answer that there is. Comes down to people just doing their job consistently over and over. If you have one guy make a mistake, it kind of disrupts the whole play, and we don't want that at all, obviously. You want all 11 guys to be on the same page, so that's what we need every play in, play out.
How tough is it not to have a guy like Trey out there with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. He's a key piece of the offense, obviously. We definitely miss him this week for sure. I think I did my part in what the scheme was for the week. But hopefully excited for him to get back, hopefully this week. He gets cleared for all that, so we're ready for him.
What has he meant to you and your development in year number 2 in the position?
Yeah, he's meant a lot, to be honest. I mean, just seeing him do what he does, understanding the game through his eyes, and then just putting my own little thing on it as well. But it's been good to see a guy like him kind of set the standard for what it means to be a really top 5 tight end in the league. So it's cool to see. Yeah.
With the way that game turned out, I know you're going to work on the things that you guys didn't do as well. Were there things that you guys did do well?
Yeah, I mean, every game there's things that you're going to do well, right? Like, that's kind of how it is. It's more about eliminating things or just limiting the things that you don't do well. So it's more about, figuring out what you didn't do well. Obviously, you're expected to do things well. You're expected to get the job done. And when you don't, that's when you have to look in the mirror and figure out, okay, how can I take the next step to make this better?
After watching the film and kind of having those conversations, is there confidence that you guys just need to make a few tweaks and you can get back on track to where you were, say after week 2?
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence for sure. I think JG does a phenomenal job of rallying the guys together, saying what needs to be said. Then I think the guys feel the responsibility to take it upon themselves, look themselves in the mirror, and do what we need to get done. And I have full confidence in the team. I think we have more than enough guys, if not everybody on the team, to get the job done, to make those small increment improvements, individual by individual.
What is it when you guys go and score on that first drive, and you do that every game? I mean, how does it take a right turn offensively like that?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's just about execution. People kind of talk about momentum and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, momentum is just people doing their job over and over and over again. And when you don't get the result you want, it's because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. And I think that we can just do that a lot better, a lot more consistently. That's really what the game comes down to. It's not about one single individual making a certain play or not making a play. It's a strange sport where it's like there's just so many little things that add up to make the result. And when you neglect the little things, which I hope that we're not doing, and I think that we're not doing that at all, I guess what I'm trying to say is when you recognize the impact of what little things do, then you realize that there are no little things. And that's sort of a quote that I got from Stanford that stays with me. And you kind of realize the importance of the details of the game and just understanding your job all the time, because you never know how impactful that play, that footwork, that step, that catch, that tackle, how impactful the game it is.
How would you describe kind of the mood of this team now, Monday following that loss?
Say it one more time.
What's the mood, I guess, overall, the team? Is it just a motivated team? Are you mad or frustrated?
Yeah, I mean, it's just feel all the emotions. You're upset about what happened. You're pissed about some plays individually. You're upset about the result. You're motivated to become better. There's a lot of different emotions involved, but I think that'll point towards getting better and getting the job done next week.
Thanks, Elijah.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.